is a great day here on Welcome to Our Community as I get a chance to welcome a Savannah icon, Lori Judge, the founder and CEO of Judge Realty. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Dawn. It's so nice to be here.
And you are celebrating 20 years with your realty company.
Yes, 20 years this month.
How does that feel?
It's hard to believe. It's really unbelievable.
Tell me about what you think has been the secret to your success.
You know, I think it's just, again, passion. I love people, and I'm persistent, and I would just say that it's just, I have fun.
Could you share some tips for those who may be wanting to follow in your footsteps one day?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it is, you know, there is a big learning curve. You know, there's the educational aspect of it. You have to take so many hours of education and take a test, but really it's really learning about the contracts and all the back office things that you don't expect that you need to learn. But it's also educating your client, knowing the market, knowing the different neighborhoods and the prices. So it's, you know, it's not as easy as people think, but it is a fun job. And also, you know, it's a commission-based job. So it takes time for you to build a clientele and to get started. So,
what surprised you most about your career and developing this successful business?
The biggest surprise, the industry has changed dramatically in 20 years. And so it's been, you know, when I first started, the MLS was in a book. So a lot of times, you know, a house would sell before the new book would get printed, where now the MLS is on the computer and it's instant.
Right.
And also the, you know, like Zillow, for example, we didn't have Zillow 20 years ago. So a lot of clients are educated and know the market, and, you know, so that's changed because a lot of people are educated now.
So as you continue this career, because I'm sure you have you're not thinking about letting go anytime soon. What keeps you inspired every day?
Again, Savannah is Savannah's such a beautiful place to live and work. My community, the clients, you know, we do commercial and residential. So a client will say, hey, I need a house, sell them a house, and now we need a new office for our business, or I'm looking for a retail space, or, you know, so it's kind of that, you know, we work with people throughout their lives.
Can we talk about some of the trends you've seen?
Yeah, so houses are bigger, and, you know, our prices have gone up so much. You know, Savannah, when I first started, was a tertiary market, and now it's a secondary market. I mean, you can't go anywhere where someone hasn't heard of Savannah or hasn't been to Savannah, or, oh, I want to go to Savannah. I love that place.
Are there any trends that you would share about the residential side commercial side of real estate?
Well, when I first started 20 years ago, Broughton Street was a ghost town.
Yes.
So what had happened, you know, the shops all moved to the south side, to the malls, and then the trend started going back to Broughton Street, right? So now we know that the mall is, like Savannah Mall, it doesn't exist anymore, and so now the trend's back in this high street, foot traffic, and walkable. So that's probably one of the biggest trends I've seen.
Yeah, that is true. Growing up in this area, I just remember when Broughton Street was honestly like a ghost town.
Yeah.
Someone literally could have gone down there and thrown like arrows and probably hit 2 people. It's just amazing how far we've come. And so many name brand, like designer stores.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought that would have happened in Savannah?
Which I was part of. So I started that in 2013 with Ben Carter Enterprises, and was a part of that whole transformation of Broughton Street, and really curating and bringing in different retailers.
Thank you for being a part of that and this whole energy and life we have to the downtown area as a result. With what you do, you're on both sides of the sale. Sometimes you're working with buyers, sometimes you're working with sellers. Can you take a moment and maybe educate us from both sides? If I were a seller right now, what do I need to know to be educated and get the best outcome when I come to you to help me out?
Right. So, you know, the first thing is it a seller's market or a buyer's market? And right now we're kind of transitioning into a buyer's market. It was a seller's market for many, many years, but with interest rates and things, it's gotten a little bit tougher to be, it's more of a buyer's market. So really a seller needs to know, you know, what to be aggressive on the price and make sure the house shows well. So it's just really positioning themselves in the market.
So tell me, as a buyer, what would you advise people who are looking for a home now in this current climate?
Well, I would say, you know, what fits your lifestyle and your family, or what your situation. You know, where do you want to live? What works best for you right now? You know, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future.
Exactly.
So what you know is what you know right now. And if you, you know, have 2 children and need to be near the schools, then that's what you need to do. So really, what's best for you and your life.
It sounds wonderful. Now, what do you see as the future of your industry? Do you see more technology? Do you see
definitely more technology, more automation? But you know, we deal with humans, right? So the human side is not going to go away, like the emotional human side. And I see that in our property management business as well. We're trying to automate as much as we can. And then with the human touch, with the property managers and the technicians, you still need a technician to come out and fix your AC.
Exactly.
So we'll still see a lot of that.